And I'm back, getting the straight of it. And I have very special guests stand by. And I'm back. Welcome to the show today. You are looking at Getting to the Straight of It with your host, Dolores Thornton. This is the relaunch of my show. Glad to be back, and I have very exciting guests in the studio with me today. I have Moyinda all the way from the Congo. And he's going to be telling us something about the things he's doing here in the U.S., some of his upcoming films. Also have the award-winning Linda Lewis Everett, back fresh from Columbus, Ohio, receiving all types of honors for her book, I Still Hear the Drums. And so, welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Yes, and my listeners and my fans and viewers, you are definitely in for a treat. I'm going to start with Morinda. Tell my listeners and my viewers a little bit about you and the Congo, why you're here, what you're going to do while you're here, and when you're coming back.
Okay. Well, everybody, my name is Moyindo Mbongo. I'm an actor from Africa, especially from the Congo. In Africa, we have two Congas. We have Congo Kinshasa and Congo Brazzaville. But I am from the Congo Kinshasa. I'm an actor right there, and I'm doing my career. So I'm here in America. Actually, I came for Congo in Harlem film event, and I was there because they screened one of my films called Eden, the film about a story of the beginning of the time, Adam and Eve story, and I was there to participate and talk to the audience and explain a little bit how it was to make the film in the Congo. And right now I'm in Indianapolis because I had to meet my friend, my public relationist, to talk about what we can do now from the moment I'm here to the next level, and I'm coming back on February next year.
Wow, that is awesome. Wonderful. That is awesome. Let me ask you a question. How commonplace are United States films and black films in the Congo? Do you see a lot of us there, or is it just African films, basically?
No, we actually watch a lot of American films because American films always come like worldwide. We watch them. We watch every single time there is a movie coming out in America, in Africa, we watch them. In the theaters, everywhere, we watch them.
Wow, that's awesome. That's
we
awesome.
even watch American films more than we watch our own films. Because in the Congo, people don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves in general. And when we got talent, we try to show people that we can do like everybody else. We don't have believers to push us to the front. They pull us back instead of pushing us to the front. So that's why I'm like trying to show the difference. Living from the Congo to here is like something that people wouldn't believe in the first place. When I was there, I was telling everybody I could make it, but they wouldn't believe. They didn't give me the chance. So I just pushed for myself. And I'm here right now in America with y'all guys. So let's see what's coming next.
This is awesome. That's awesome. We are so glad.
And I would like to, first, before going on, I would like to thank Bobby Mall, who's my agent, my manager, my public relationist. It's been like for 14 years since we've been friends, and now we working together, so big shout out to him right now.
Awesome. Yeah, Bobby's a real nice guy. Thank you so much. We are happy you're here. And now moving right along to my baby sister, Linda Lewis Everett. And I want my viewers to know about I Can Still Hear the Drums. Where did you get the inspiration, and how has the book done so far?
Thank you so much, Dolores. The inspiration was from my various trips to Africa. I was speaking earlier, and my love for the African people. That was the inspiration, and really the love for African Americans. I wanted us to see our story, even though my book is historical fiction. It is so true to life. It is so true to life, but it's everyone's story and not one single person's story. The reason it's categorized as historical fiction. It was just the love for my people and the love for the African continent in itself.
Right, and I see it practically everywhere online. So what are some of the things that you've done to market it and promote it and get it out there?
I think the main thing that I've done, I love social media. A lot of people say social media is a bad thing. I take social media as a great thing to promote me.
Yes.
Because if I take a book and you buy a book from me, if I put it on social media, all of your friends see it.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting 1,000 people that I would not ordinarily know.
Yeah.
So I've used a lot of the different platforms. I've used Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook has really been so great because I put it up on Facebook whenever I get a sale or whenever I'm about to do a vending event. I really promote it through social media because really today is a day where social media is the vehicle.
Okay.
You don't see people going door to door or calling people up. Social media is our vehicle, and I've jumped on board on that vehicle.
That's awesome. And you know, I've found, being an author myself, that a support system is always
Yes.
really much needed.
It
So
really is.
how has your support system been, and who is your support system?
My support system has been phenomenal. Really, my support system has really been my family, and I'm so proud and happy to say that because I say it to everybody and everywhere I go. I'm the youngest of 13, and I use that baby card all the time. That baby card always works because none of my brothers and sisters will say no. And my husband has been so much support. He's always there for any event that I do. He's always there to take the money, and so is my brother James Lewis. Well, I can just sit up and smile and sign the autograph. So the support system has really been one of the driving forces for just the success of the book itself.
Yeah. And I have another question. What have people said? What are some of the reviews and some of the remarks? What do people think of us?
So many people have come to me, and when I say that I love when people come back, and the feedback is almost as important as the money,
Yes.
but not as important. But the feedback, when people say, well, I cried off a certain part, or, oh, I wish it hadn't ended so soon, I really take that to heart because I know, okay, you got it. You actually got what I was trying to convey. And some of the parts in this story are hard because the life of a slave was really
difficult.
hard.
Oh, yes.
So I try to keep it as true to life as it was. So when people say parts were hard, then I know that they really actually got it. But a lot of people have come to me and have told me how much they love the book, and that really touches me because I know I had poured myself into it and I birthed it. So any parent will say thank you when you compliment their child. So I thank people when they say how much they love the book.
Wow.
I would love to read it myself.
That's awesome.
Yes, please
it's
do.
a great book. It's a great book.
And it is available on Amazon, but if you're local, you can reach me via Facebook, and I will try to find you and get you your signed copy.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
That's awesome. And I have another question for Moyinda, and it's about the way the way Africans feel about blacks. And this may not have anything to do with your film, but it's always something that I like to know because, I mean, we here in the United States, we actually love Africa and everything African, but we wonder, how do you guys feel about us?
Well, sometimes at the beginning, African people, like black people in Africa, were feeling like they wanted to be American. They wanted to be in America. Why? Because of opportunities and everything, you know, lifestyle. Because we have a lot of issues in Africa, like electricity. Not all Africa, because in certain part of Africa, like South Africa, you know, Nigeria, they got some, you know, real good electricity system and everything. But in countries like Congo, because I cannot talk about every country in Africa, because I ain't been to all these countries. I've been in some parts, but not all. But talking about the Congo, people used to envy, like black American people. They wanted to be them. They wanted to be like them because when they watch American movies, they live in a good environment. They got electricity, but they don't really know what's going down from the inside.
The problems.
So, but now from reading books, stories, and everything about the history, certain people understand that we don't really need to be American.
Right.
We need to be us.
Yes.
We need to be African. Even from our names. We had names like James. We got names like James in Congo.
Wow.
We got Peter. We got Brownson. Even myself, when I was coming out with the rap music, my gimmick was like Mike. Because I had to sound like an American. I wanted to be American. I wanted to be that American rapper. But after making researches and everything, so I try to learn my identity, where I came from. I'm like, nah, I cannot be calling myself like Mike no more. I got to get back to my roots, because I don't want nobody to even think that I am an American guy when I win an award somewhere or someday in my life. Now I start winning these awards and they calling me like Mike. No, they're calling me Moindo. And I'm proud of that, because that's accepting who I am. And we really got that. We really got that problem in Africa of accepting ourselves. Everybody wants to be somebody else. They want to have, like, hair like that, light skin, because they think that's beautiful. I think black is beautiful. I believe that black is beautiful, and I believe that we need to love ourselves the way we are, and go on with it like that, and teach it to our children, the next generation.
That is so true. That is so true. And I can't get over the fact that you seem like such a budding star, such a rising star. I can't believe that you are not acknowledged as such in Africa. And what are some of your films, some of the things that may come to this country that we will be able to support? How can we help you here?
Well, I'm here for that reason, first of all. I'm in Indianapolis because I have my man Bobby Muller trying to help me out, get contact with people and see what we can do for the next occasions. We have films in Africa that people don't watch here because there is no connection. It's far, as far as the visa system is not really that easy for anybody to, to get it. So that's why. And now I'm here so that we can try to create a platform that can connect African work of art that we do in Africa, like films, music, anything. We can bring it, put that together in what goes down here, so we can find a way to organize like screening of films or venues or anything that has to do something with trying to promote what we do in Africa here in America.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. And also, if we could tap into some of the things that are going on in the Congo, because Linda and I are both authors, and one of my books I just took to film. And I would love to see Linda's book as a film. How can we enter into the market in the Congo with our books and perhaps our films? How can we network with you?
Well, we have like festivals called like FIKIN. It's called Festival International de Film de Kinshasa. Yes, Festival International de Cinéma de Kinshasa. It's like International Festival of Film in Kinshasa. So we can have the film footage on the festival, for instance. We can, I can join you guys. Like I can put you together. I can put you in contact with the owner of the festival, and I just won an award in that festival this year. It's like, it was my first time to ever win the national award. Yeah, I won the district one. I won the capital. I won the province. Now I won. I even won in London, and that was the 5th one that I won in a national level. So I can connect you guys to the owner of the festival, so that we can see how we can promote the book and the film, because it's all about culture. So now we need to really open up to other horizons, so that we can see what's going on the other side of the world. Because in the Congo, we don't only have like Congolese films in that festival. We have European films that come. We have everybody. Even Lupita Nyong'o back in the day was trying to get hooked up in that festival before she got famous. She got before we got mails. She was writing like, I would like to have a film. Now it's different. Now it's a whole other story. Now it's something else. So that's what I can do as an artist, as a coming up artist. I believe that what we are doing right now is to create a bond between Africa in America in terms of what we do all together.
Because our literature it speaks to Africa, African literature, it speaks to us. And since we're in that vein, I'd like to ask Linda to tell my fans and viewers about her book, because she just won an award. What was the award that you won, and how did you do that?
The award I won was for historical fiction. I can't really say exactly how the process was, but I can tell you the criteria of the voting was on the format of the book, the flow, and the cover of the book. And really, I was so shocked. I don't know why, because everybody that read it said it was so good and worthy of an award. But I guess we never really see our own value sometimes. But when they said the content and the cover, and I was so proud of the cover because the cover is actually Kenneth Peters, which is my son.
Yeah.
So the book in itself is the story of a young girl that was captured in Africa. Her name was Abina Amari. Well, she was captured, and the one sustaining force in her life was the sound of the drums, because most African countries are known for drumming. So in her village in Africa, no specific country in the book, but in her village in Africa, she was wake up and go to sleep to the sound of the drums. So when she was captured, the one sustaining force in her life was the sound of the drums, and that's what kept her throughout her years in slavery. And she heard those drums throughout her life, even until death. And she passed on stories. So please look out for the second book, which will be next year, and it'll tell a little bit about the next generation of learning the drums. And the sound of the drums is really the connection to her homeland. And when I say I still hear the drums, is I still hear my people in Africa. Mm-hmm. I still know what happened. I still know that I'm connected to Africa, no matter what I do in any of the Americas that we were sent to.
Right.
I still know that connection to the homeland, and I still know that we are African. So I still hear the drums.
That's all right. That's all right. We really congratulate you. That is an awesome story. If anybody has not read that book, you need to pick it up. You need to add it to your bookshelf. You need to buy one as a special gift. Christmas is coming up. Books always make great gifts. You need to get that book. And you need to tell people in the Congo.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
This is wonderful. And good luck for the next one.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And back to you, young man.
Yeah.
Your films. What are some of the titles of some of the things you're working on now? Something we may look forward to, because when you come back to the States, we want you to do a screening.
Yeah.
We want to invite our city out to
Okay.
welcome you and to honor you and to see some of these films.
Thank you. Well, actually, some of the titles are Dakisa, which is a TV series that moved our whole country, because it talks about the police department and the behaviors. Because we have like crazy police behaviors out there.
Yes.
And nowadays, like a few days ago, we had like 3 murders. Three people got killed by the police officers just because he wouldn't want to get in the car, just because he wouldn't want to stop. So I mean, they have like the easy trigger. So the TV series was about to re-educate the police officers on what they had to do on duty, not killing or putting people the population into a bad position, but helping them, being a helping hand, or securing them, not the contrary.
Right.
So that's what the TV series is about. And the film, I just did a film called Heart of Africa, HOA. It's a film that was written by Margaret Blair Young. She's an American professor in Utah. And we did the film with a Hollywood star called Brandon Ray Olive. It's coming out on December 4th.
Wow.
And the next one is Silence, which is coming out on January 17th. So I believe the next time when I come around, I'll bring a few copies of those films so that we can see what we can do here in Indianapolis to screen them to our people in America and share this experience and see how we do things in Africa. We don't have the same means, like equipment or everything. We don't even got the trailers. We don't got the trailers. We just sit around, couches, and we just wait. We don't got like personal actors trailers and stuff like that. But we do our best to have the job done in a very good way at the end of the day.
Wow.
Sounds very
That's
interesting.
awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it?
It really does. So, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
For the movies that you've already done, like the Silence, it's going to open in December. Will it be released in December?
That one is going to be released on January 17th.
January. So, someone in the United States, someone here, how will we be able to see that movie? Will it be released?
Well,
also,
no, it's not going to be released in theaters,
States.
because actually in the Congo we don't have like the film industry.
okay.
Everything we do it on our own. We just like, okay, Dolores got the camera, I got the ideas, I got the script, and you're a good actress. Okay, let's do this. I have these projects, I have this film that I wrote. I believe that you're a good actress and you can do that. You got the cameras, you got the lights, let's put our strengths together to have it done. That's how we do every single movie we make in Africa, in the Congo especially. That's how we do it.
So how would someone here see that movie? Is it possible?
Well, a few of them are on YouTube, for instance.
Oh, YouTube.
You know, YouTube. But most of those films don't come out because the people who make them want to get money out of it.
Yeah.
They want to earn from what they do as a job.
Right,
So they cannot
right.
just put them on social networks like that without earning any money
Exactly.
back. So that's why
Yeah.
they're trying.
Right,
Now we're
right.
trying to create a platform
Yeah.
in the Congo so that we
Mm-hmm.
can have our films packed somewhere that if anybody wants to watch them, they need to pay something.
Pay.
So that the
Yeah.
actors and everybody who just
Can get
gave
money
their
paid.
time
Yes.
get paid at the end of the day
You
because we
understand that?
ain't getting paid.
Right. Oh yes.
I worked in actually 28 films now.
Wow, impressive.
But I'm not a multi-millionaire yet.
Not yet.
Why? Because I never got paid in all those films I've been in. You know, there are a few of them that I got paid, like, money that I can, survive with. But a lot of them short films that we do is like, you got the camera, she got the script,
Yeah.
I got the game, so we do it together. That's what it is. And hoping that if maybe Canal Plus or TV5 in Europe and France might buy that to broadcast, TV channels, that's how we can get paid. But it's not every day that you bring a film and they accept it. They might want it or not. So it's just like we do, because if we don't do, there will be no film coming out of the Congo.
Wow.
And there are also sometimes that European bring financement and they bring big budget to do a film in a Congo with Congolese actors. But after that, all the honor, everything goes back to their country. So that's not our films. We have like Rebel with this albino brother who did the film with Rachel Monza. She lives in Canada right now. That was a Canadian financement. We have Viva Riva, that was a Belgium financement. And we have also La Vie est Belle, which was a very successful film acted by our major music star, Papa Wimba. He died, unfortunately, he passed away. But the film is also financed by Belgian people, so we don't have no right to talk or to brag or to talk about it as our film.
Right.
Now we're making our own films with no budget, just with our experience and talent,
Right.
so that we can do something and say that we did something.
Yeah.
If we don't do
yeah.
it, ain't nobody gonna do that for us. That's
Yeah.
what we do. So.
Yeah. That is really awesome. That's awesome. It sounds so
struggling.
exciting. I cannot wait to,
No.
see more. So you mentioned that something is on YouTube. So would
Yes.
you possibly give me, before you leave, some of the links to YouTube,
Of
and I may
course.
be able to put it out there
Of
for
course.
some of my viewers?
Of course.
Because I know, just listening to you, that people want to see and want a sampling, and then that way when you come back, people already know who you are. They've
Yeah.
already seen you,
Yeah.
and we will be able to, pack the house and
Yeah.
kind of like garner some support here in the
Yeah,
United
thank
States,
you.
in
Thank you.
Indianapolis, because I feel the connection.
I feel it too.
yeah.
I feel it too. I feel
Yeah,
like I'm
do.
home. I mean, I don't feel like I'm home. I feel home.
Yeah,
That's a wonderful thing.
awesome, awesome,
Wonderful.
awesome.
I
Yeah,
feel
that
home.
sounds good. It
I
sounds-
believe that if I blow out in America, this is gonna be my landmark. This is when I'm gonna the center of my blowing is gonna be Indianapolis
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this is where I
Don't
got
forget
home.
us,
Yeah.
yeah, don't forget
Yeah,
us.
nah.
Yeah, when we get to the
I ain't the top.
when
I ain't
we
the
get
top.
to
I'm
the
grateful
top, don't
people.
forget about
I ain't
us.
the top.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. All right, Linda, we're back to you, and we were wondering if you could just read us a very brief excerpt.
Oh,
of
I would be honored
Hear the
to.
Dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear some of this.
I'll put on these
Put on your
glasses that
readers.
my husband hates for me to wear.
He's in the studio, we might add. So.
I'll read a very brief excerpt. One night while I was caring for Felicia, I began to tell her the story of my people back in Africa. I told her about the elders that I still miss, the elders that I still love and respect, and all my kinfolk back in the village. I told her about the drums that I can hear being played throughout the day and well into the night. The drums that I can hear when I lie very still. Those drums I heard when I was captured and forced into the bottom of that slave ship. I told her I hear those late at night when I close my eyes and I open my heart. I can still hear my drums from home.
Wow,
Wow.
that's powerful.
Wow. Very.
That's powerful.
Very.
That's
Very.
powerful.
Very deep and powerful.
Yeah, I mean, even with all of my studies and people that know me know that I'm a Black history buff. Just thinking, just feeling it, and I know my sister and other relatives have been to that door of no return. I've not gone there, but just to think of being captured, and then to be transplanted in a land this far from home. And if you can just imagine, the only thing that sustains you through decades and decades and decades is a sound from home.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that is powerful. It's sad, but that is so
Yeah.
moving. That is so moving.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
The last time I visited Africa, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Like my sister said, I visited Africa several times in several countries. And whenever I go, I always like to visit the door of no return. In different African countries, they have a door of no return, which is the last door that the Africans went through prior to the sailing to the Americas in slavery. So the last time that I visited the door of no return, I felt so compelled to finish this book. If you ever visit Africa, I know I've visited the one in Senegal and also the one in Ghana. If you ever visit any of those countries, I would just highly suggest you visit the door of no return, where our ancestors went through prior to coming to the Americas.
Wow, wow. And for that to just be the last thing on your mind,
Yeah.
and that last view that
The
you
last view
have
of home.
of home. Yeah, yeah. And then to hear the drums, and that's the only thing that reconnects you to that
Yeah.
past and to that
Right.
land. That is just really awesome. I
Thank you so
applaud
much.
you. I applaud you. We're coming down to the close of the show. And I'm wondering if you have any closing comments, if you perhaps want to give out your website or Facebook page or anything that people may contact you.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you very much, Dolores. I got this social medias, as she said, it's our
Yeah.
vehicle, so we are
Yes,
all
it is our
aboard.
vehicle.
Right.
It's Moyindo Mpongo. It's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's all the same. You can also check me on Wikipedia. Moyindo as Moyindo. Mpongo. Moyindo Mpongo. Some friends call me Mr. Mo. I'm fine with it. And also contact my agent, my PR, Bobby Mall, or you can check him out on Clear Marketing Vision, and he's also on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I thank you very much for having me today.
We are glad
My
you.
first experience in American TV.
And-
Yeah, I made it. I made it.
You're here. Coming to America. All right, Linda, what is your contact
I should
information?
have been in the movie Coming to America, because I'm really coming to America.
Already here. You have arrived.
I'm alright. I landed.
You can reach me on all social medias, and my social media is Linda Lewis Everett on Facebook and Instagram. I am Fro Girl, and Twitter I'm Fro Girl, FRO, Fro Girl, and Linda Lewis Everett on Facebook. So thank you, and you can also get my book off Amazon. But if you like an autographed copy and you're here in Indianapolis, please contact me, and I will make that happen. Thank you.
Thank you to my guests. And I'd like to say that on MEA, a new group starting films, we're going to be meeting. And as always, when I end my show, I like to say I'm Dolores Thornton, number 7 of the Baker's Dozen, born in Chester and Daisy Lewis. So long and God bless.
We have a question from a studio audience member. He has a question for the guest in the center.
Okay.
Is that okay? He was hearing that you was a rapper like Mike.
Yeah.
Want to hear a sample?
Oh, okay. Is that freestyle or you want me to do the acapella rap stuff?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, last warrior, like Mike Black, now to keep the game real tight. The papers always on my side, I make it pour down. Strong until a 12 frown. Got a heart to fight, I swear I never ever back down. And when you come against me, you definitely gotta knock out. Talk to your money, see, prepare for your teeth out. I went from nothing to something, and I ain't hard to find for the rebel. Armed 98 times. I am the greatest doing history. The front lines. Undestructible, style bossing on my enemies. Gonna strap, I got a fist to fight like a real man. Gunshot, got my back as Lou Wink a Birdman's. If y'all don't understand, who's the boss of the land right in front of y'all? Cause you'll never see my face again. But now you'll see me again.
Nice. Nice.
She doesn't. Yeah. Exit again? Are you exiting?
What? Easy, do you exit?
You gonna exit your
No.
show?
I did.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay. Well, we're out.
Okay.